Boo! Hi, I am back from the void with something really exciting to share with you guys. While I was in the void, just floating around in the vast darkness, I noticed something in the distance glistening. It was a bag full of acrylic markers from Ohuhu. Guys, listen. I am so excited to share with you that Ohuhu reached out to me and gifted me this huge acrylic marker set. I never knew that Ohuhu released an acrylic marker set. I'm pretty sure this is new. I will confirm here. I'm pretty sure this is new. And if you know me, I love Ohuhu. I've been using art supplies from Ohuhu since 2018, since I was a little 16-year-old girl. My first set of alcohol markers were from Ohuhu, and it's when they had the bullet nibs, before they even released their brush nibs. I've been there since the bullet nibs. So this is so... oh my god, it's so exciting. So I wanted to make a video trying these markers out and seeing if they're good. I already have pretty good expectations because I've been using art supplies from Ohuhu for a very long time. They've never disappointed. I love Ohuhu a lot. The other thing that's very exciting, I have something to give to you guys, which is I have a discount code for any products on Ohuhu's website. You can use discount code SUYOI for 10% off. I also have a affiliate link, so if you use that link to use my little code and treat yourself to some cool art supplies, that really helps me out and supports me with what I do. So if you check that out, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't feel pressured to. If you can't, that's okay. I still just appreciate you being here and watching the stuff I create. So yeah, thank you, and a huge thanks again to Ohuhu for this little opportunity. I still don't believe it. This is very surreal for me. With that though, let's go ahead and open this set and see how well these are. I am so excited. I got the little plastic seal taken off of this bag, and look, the little chameleons here too. I think this design is very cute. I love the leaves. I have never gotten a set of markers this big before. I think the biggest set of markers I've ever gotten was a 90 set of acrylic markers from Tacks. This is 120. 90 is still a lot, but 120 is a lot. So I hope to God that they provide a swatch card. I don't see why they wouldn't. Please give me a swatch card. Jesus Christ. Jesus. There are, yeah, let's move it this way. There are so many. What am I gonna do? Oh, well, that's nice. Like I said, I've never gotten a big set like this ever before, and especially from Ohuhu. Like, I've gotten their bags of markers, but not like a bag like this before. This is insane. There's so many. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I've been blessed. Thank you. Thank you, Ohuhu, for hearing my cry. Oh, interesting. There's a black one to see how it shows up on dark paper. I've never really made illustrations on black paper before, but that's really interesting. I appreciate that. This is too much. Again, huge thanks to Ohuhu for this. I don't know how many times I can say thank you, but again, just thank you so much. I guess we will inspect. We're gonna inspect a marker real quick because I'm in the dark with this. Like I said, I'm in the dark with this. I never knew that they were coming out with acrylic markers, and I wanted to come in completely blind. I didn't look up anything about the markers or what they look like, so I could be completely surprised. This is actually, these markers are small. These markers are small and they are definitely thinner. I'm surprised how thin they are, which isn't a bad thing. It fits in my hand nicely. I always love acrylic markers when they include the little see-through where you can see the ink. That is always really nice. That's cool. That's great. They have the little numbers on the lids, which is nice. The biggest thing is, does it fit? Does it fit on the back? Yes. Yes, thank God. This is the most important thing to me, is that the marker caps can snap on the backs. And they do. That's amazing. Thank you. This is the brush nib. It's looking pretty good. I do love this packaging. I love the little stars. That's very cute. Well, this looks nice. I am very excited to test out these colors. So let's go on to swatching. Yep, let's swatch 120 markers. This is gonna be great. This is great. I'm very excited for all the colors. So let's move to a fancy angle and start swatching these. Okay, so I got the swatches done and here's how they're looking. There's so many nice colors in this set. Like, my God, look at all those greens. There's so much I can do with this. I also made sure to swatch on the dark paper color sheet that they gave, and this looks so pretty. This is honestly really making me want to try out an illustration on dark colored paper. I don't have any dark colored paper on hand, but if you guys are interested, I might buy some and try to put something together. I don't know yet. I will say though, these markers are so nice. So far, they're like butter. They go down super smooth and the colors are so bright and pigmented. Like, these are really hyping me up because I think I can make some pretty cool stuff with these markers. So with that, it's time to go on to what we're going to create today. So we are going to be a bit extra for Ohuhu today because I feel like it. I think I'm going to do two things. One, we're going to make an illustration because I did start a new sketchbook. And two, it's been a minute since I made a full YouTube video on making some clay pens, and I know that's why there's a lot of new lovely people here on this channel because of the clay pens I create. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun to put some clay pens together today as well. I bet you were wondering though, what are we gonna create? You know, I'm feeling a little mischievous today, so I think we're gonna make some Evil Pomni pens. Because I haven't made any Evil Pomni pens yet. I have made a couple custom pens of the Evil Jax character, but not of any of the other evil variants. And I don't know, I think there's a lot of colors I get to use for her design, and I just thought that would be a fun and cool little idea. So with that, first we are going to sketch out an illustration of Evil Pomni. So let's go to a fancy angle and start sketching. So I got the art finished up, and ta-da! Here's how it's looking. It's evil Pomni. She's looking awful mischievous. Like, look at my evil grin, guys. Do I look evil? I honestly really love the look of this page. It's a little cursed, but it pops. It pops a lot. I've been having a lot of fun for some reason, adding like little dots in the corners of a solid color background. I don't know why I started doing that, but I think it's fun. So that's what I've been doing. I will say these markers are so nice. Ohuhu is not disappointing me at all. These colors are so bright and smooth. And these markers, it is so easy to fix mistakes. I don't know what type of magic they have in their ink. I messed up the line art, my hands got all wobbly and I messed up the line art, but the fact that I was able to cover it just fine with their white acrylic marker is surprising. Because a lot of times, like, acrylic markers work really well with fixing mistakes, but usually if it's a lighter color and you have to cover it with a darker one, the fact that you can go over dark spots with a lighter color and it covers it just fine, that's pretty good. That's making me really hyped for when I work on my clay pens, because sometimes I make mistakes with my clay pens. It's a bit tricky to fix errors with lighter color, so the fact that the lighter colors actually have really good coverage when going over dark paint that wasn't supposed to be there is pretty impressive and making me hyped. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, with that then, it is time to go on to making a little evil clay pen of Pomni here. I am so excited. You know, it has been a minute since I talked to you guys while working on stuff, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. We got our clay here. I think I'm only going to make one pen, because one thing that's been a little weird with this video that I'm trying, while I've been making this YouTube video, I've also been recording clips for a YouTube short of this process, and that's been a little stressful to figure out because I only have one camera. So kind of going in between. I'm sure some of you probably noticed the time lapse of me making the evil Pomni art of it just suddenly skipping and having a bunch of new progress done. It's because I would pause in between and flip the camera around and record shots for the YouTube short. I think I'm only gonna make one pen for this video, and then I'll do the normal style of doing 5 for the short, just to make it easier so you can actually see the full process of what I'm doing here. So yeah. Okay. This might be too much clay for one pen, but that's okay. I love how a lot of you guys point out that my clay pens look like cookies. And I think it's funny because literally the method that I use for making these pens is called the cookie cutter method. So I think it's very fitting. So right now we're gonna make some cookies. Wham! I already went ahead and made my little stencil off camera. If you want to know how to do this, I do have a tutorial video. I recommend watching it. It's pretty easy. You just make your little design on paper and cut it out. That's literally what I do. You could be fancy like me and do your design on a tablet and then get a Lightbox trace app thing and then trace your design onto paper and then cut that out. You can do whatever. It's pretty easy. You just draw your little shape and then there you go. I think I need to get a new X-Acto knife because this is super worn and dying, but it still works. It still works. Okay, Pomni, we're gonna cut you out, ma'am. Yeah, I rolled out way too much clay, but that's okay. This is not going to waste. This is going back in the clay bag for safekeeping. So now that our Pomni is sculpted, you can see she's got a little rough edges. And this is a trick that I found that I don't really have time to show in my YouTube shorts of making these clay pens because of how fast paced they are. Something that you can do, actually, I don't know why I zoomed in already. Just take a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and I have like this little bowl thing that came with my resin kit. It came with two, so I used this one specifically for isopropyl. But you just pour a little, and you dip your little finger, my one finger without nail polish on, and you just smooth out the edges. Now you can just do this with your fingers normally, but sometimes with clay, when I just use my normal fingers, like dry, it'll break apart a little bit, and this actually I feel like is better. I don't know if I'm just going crazy. I feel like this works better. So that's what I prefer to do. Now, as you can notice, you can see how it kind of leaves these little streaks in the clay. No worries, it's not going to leave those texture marks in your clay. Like once this dries, it'll be smooth. It's fine. I wanted to wait a little bit so you can actually see that the little streakies aren't really there anymore. Not as bad. It's not gonna leave texture, I promise. But with that, now we are ready to take this little pomni and burn her in an oven for her crimes. So let's do that. I have released Pomni from her prison, which was the oven, because she did a lot of evil crimes, and this is how she's looking. She has some bubbles, but that's okay. With little bubbles like this, it's not really a big deal, because once you put the resin over it, you can't really see those bubbles at all anymore. Now it is time to sand her and start painting, which I'm super excited about. I am probably going to switch to a time lapse for this part, because painting does take a lot of time, especially with Pomnies, because my god, Pomni has to be the second most difficult pen for me to make now. Kane is number one. Pomni is a close second. It's mainly because of her eyes, because of the little red and blue shapes that it takes so long to get those little details. But I'm super excited to paint the evil Pomni version. I think it's going to turn out really cool. So with that, we will go ahead and move to a fancy angle in a time lapse of me painting. So I got my evil Pomni pen done, and here's how she turned out. She's all shiny. I went ahead and put the resin on her. I didn't record the resin process. I'm so sorry. It's because when I do the resin, I do it in a different room, and I don't really have anything set up recording wise back there just yet, and the resin process is pretty tricky and time consuming, so I went ahead and skipped on recording that. I'm sorry if you guys are interested. I do have, once again, a clay pen tutorial video and a little YouTube short tutorial on my resin process if you're interested. But yeah, I got little pin backs added with these little star rubber backings because I think these ones are awful cute. But yeah, these colors still look really great and bright, which is super nice. The acrylic paint thankfully didn't smear or smudge or reactivate at all. Like this paint did not go anywhere, and I absolutely love how this little evil Pomni looks. I think I definitely captured her evil expression for sure. Look, it's mother and child. How cute. We're just gonna set my little creations over here. Well, this was a lot of fun. I had so much fun trying out these acrylic paint markers. This bag is still taking me out with how huge it is. We're gonna lift up the tripod a little bit. thank you so much again to Ohuhu for gifting me these markers. I'm still internally freaking out over this because, like I said in the beginning of this video, I've been using art supplies from Ohuhu for a very long time, so actually being gifted and reached out by them has been insane. I am going to be internally grateful for a very long time for this opportunity. And these markers did not disappoint at all. I absolutely loved using these. I think this is going to be a new go-to for acrylic markers for me because these are actually really nice. They are super nice. I highly recommend them. So if you guys are interested at all, make sure to check out the Ohuhu Kahuku acrylic paint marker series. They are available on Amazon or on their actual official Ohuhu website. And feel free to go get some if you're interested. You should get them before they're gone. Who knows? I guess we have reached the end of this video now. Once again, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed trying these markers and making an illustration and a clay pen for you guys. I also went ahead and I have an army. There's mother and her children are here. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I guess I don't have anything else to do now for this video. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me try out these markers and make some art of Evil Pomni. Is it cursed? Yes, but this was a lot of fun to put together, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me. I guess you guys will have to let me know down below. Have you guys ever heard of Ohuhu before? Have you been fans for a long time like me, or is this your first time hearing them? I'm very intrigued and interested to hear if anyone has been long-time fans like I've been. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for being here and watching what I'm putting together. It does really mean a lot. And I guess with that, I'm back to the void for however long. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be in there this time, but alright. Thank you so much, and goodbye, Evil Pomni. Goodbye, you guys, and goodbye to these amazing markers. Okay, goodbye.